tell about the significance of the study. Meaning to say the importance of this particular research, right? You may want to tell us generally the importance of this study, and also specifically you want to tell us the significance or the importance of this study to several stakeholders, like it is important to the, let's say, government or the, let's say, authorities. So tell us in one paragraph, right? You may have subtitle significance to government or NGOs and so on. Later on, you may have a second stakeholder like importance to the, let's say, researchers, right? Or the academicians, right? And then thirdly could be importance to the managers and practitioners, right? So you may want to systematically tell us the importance of this particular study. You must know the variables very well. Okay, you must know the meaning of the variables, what the variables are all about. Okay, so that is very important to know the definitions, the meanings of those variables in your study. Right? For example, your important variable is tourist experience. So what do you mean by experience? What do you mean by tourist? What do you mean by tourist experience? You as a researcher must know the meaning. You must have the knowledge of that variables. You must have the definition, right? Definitions basically mean the meanings, right? What do they mean? So please write one, let's say, long sentence to define the variable. Okay, tourist means individuals, blah 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 blah. Right? You must got it from somewhere. So put in bracket the author, the year. Right? Must get the right definition. Right? At times you may use dictionaries. Right? Like tourist, what does the, let's say, main dictionary says, right? What do the dictionaries say about tourists? Define tourist. And of course you may get it from a very useful source. You may get it from certain professional body, right? In tourism, for instance, and how they define tourist, right? Okay, so according to that particular, let's say, professional body, tourist means what? Okay, so same goes to experience. You give us the definition, right, with the literature citation. And later on, tourist experience. How is the definition for tourist experience? So you may want to get it from the famous tourism researchers from the Good Journal, right? So how do they define tourist experience, right? Yeah, and that is the definition that you will use in your research, in fact, right? Okay. So for the rest of the research, you will actually use that definition in your research. Okay, so this list of definitions of terms will be an important part in your proposal. So you have the first variable with the definition and citation, second variable with the definition and citation, third variable, fourth variable, and so on. You may have 6 or 7 or even 10 important variables of your study, all well defined and cited, right, in these definitions of terms. Okay, and with that, then you can proceed to the literature review. As I have said, this is a long essay that you are writing with regards to the title of your research, with regards to the problem of your study. So please plan this literature review properly and write it very systematically with the introduction, with the body. In the body, of course, you have the topics, you have the subtopics, right? And as you write this essay, of course, you must have literature citations, right, to support what you are saying, what you are arguing, what you are discussing, right, in this long essay, right? So always remember, you must write this essay in line with the title of your research, okay? And plan it nicely with the definitions, with the concepts, with the situations or context, and then with the research people have done to support what you are saying, okay? And finally, of course, you will have the summary of this literature review. That's why I say it is a long essay, all right, with various topics and subtopics within the topics, okay? So how long will it be? I will say it will be about, could be about, let's say, 10 pages, right? Let me put this down. About 10 pages, please, about 10 pages, because I don't want you to do just a short and less informative and less useful literature review. I want it to be a long essay. You also want to be knowledgeable and really write your heart out with regards to the title of the research. So of course, with this literature review or essay of yours, it demonstrates your knowledge. It demonstrates your really your skills and knowledge, and also uh, uh, yeah, your knowledge of that particular subject matter. Okay, and of course, it indirectly demonstrate to me your critical thinking as well, because you can put things all together in a critical manner, and you actually include other, let's say, disciplines or perspectives, right? Yeah. So try to do it systematically, and that is your literature review. About, could be easily about 10 pages. Introduction about, let's say, half a page, then your body will be about 9 pages, right? Then you have a summary, half a page. Okay, and with this set of knowledge of yours, you will know, of course, in this case, let's say tourists, you will know the homestay programs, you will know the tourist experiences, what are the various aspects of tourist experiences, you know the tourist experiences will impact the satisfactions and also the behaviors and so on, right? So with this literature review, you should be very knowledgeable already with regards to homestay programs, and specifically in Sarawak, you will be quite knowledgeable already in terms of tourist experiences, especially with regards to homestay programs, uh, with regards to culture, with regards to nature, with regards to, let's say, adventure and so on, right? With regards to the products, with regards to the price, communication, the processes. Of course, you will be talking about all this as you are writing the essay, right? Because you really want to write the tourist experiences with the homestays, right? Okay, and how these homestay programs experiences will impact their satisfactions and behaviors. All this you must have knowledge already, because you have read easily 50 literature, as I say, right? You must have been downloading and reading, searching for things, and read and file them nicely in your computer. You file it nicely, and then you categorize them nicely, right? You read them from time to time. So you should be knowledgeable already with the help of this, let's say, 50 literature. You read books, you read journal articles, you read magazines, you read newspapers, you read these conference proceedings, you read theses, right? So upon this continuous and consistent reading, you should be knowledgeable, and from time to time, you add on to your literature review writing. So this literature review is not only 1 week, it is not 2 weeks, it is also not 3 weeks. It is a continual process, all right? It is a continual process. You continually write it, okay? Consistently write it as you gain the knowledge on definitions, as you gain knowledge on the experiences, or as you gain knowledge on, let's say, impacts on the behaviors, you write. Okay, you read and write, read and write. So this is your marketing research experience, huh?